I've changed my mind regarding M103. No, not the heavy military tank. I've always loved that M103. Some days I wish I had an M103 for my daily commute. Rather, I speak of the other M103, the motion that may one day lead to legislation making Islamophobia illegal. Now, originally I didn't think this motion was necessary because I didn't think Islamophobia was rampant in Canada. But an incident last weekend at a suburban Toronto shopping mall has changed my mind. You see, a man, perhaps he was Muslim, we don't know, walked into the Winners store at Vaughan Mills. Now, I'm guessing he was at Winners to buy a deeply discounted pair of slacks. That's what I tend to do when I'm at Winners. Well, here's what happened next. He started yelling that he was visiting the store, quote, in the name of Allah, end quote. Now, obviously, he's proud of Mr. Allah and he just wanted to profess his adulation. Well, how's this for audacity? The other shoppers ran out of the store looking for cover, some of them screaming. Oh, I forgot to mention, the man also said he was carrying a gun. But hey, he never said it was loaded or anything. He never actually fired off a round. But those Winner shoppers, well, you know, their response was just typical of the stereotypes that prevail when you combine shouts of Allahu Akbar with the display of a firearm. I mean, geez, where's the NRA when you really need them? And can you imagine the shock this poor shopper endured when all the other Winner shoppers ran out of the store screaming? Clearly, that's a rejection of both him and his faith. I mean, nobody, not one person, had the decency to sit down with the man to engage in a thoughtful discussion regarding the Quran. Nobody thought about taking this poor fellow to the food court in order to discuss the root causes of what was motivating him to act this way. You know something? I bet that's what Justin Trudeau would have done if he had been shopping at Winners on this day. Look, forget about the trigger on the guy's gun. Can you imagine how triggered he was to receive such a rude reception? Just for professing his love for Mr. Allah. Yeah, sure, free speech is fantastic, except that the speaker is denied an audience, that is. I sure hope the authorities find this poor guy. I hope he's richly compensated for his hurt feelings, and I hope he's given a heartfelt apology due to the lack of inclusiveness those scaredy-cat Winners shoppers displayed that day. In the meantime, let's all get behind the anti-blasphemy motion known as M103. I mean, just because someone walks into a store screaming Allahu Akbar and I've got a gun doesn't mean such a person should be stigmatized. Surely as Canadians, we're better than that. And if we're not, then maybe we really do need legislation to force us to think otherwise. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw, then click subscribe below and never miss another Rebel video.